Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sturgis Physical Education Center for the second home match for Washita Volleyball. And it is Battle of the Ravine tonight. First conference match of the season, and we get rival Henderson State. Looking for a fantastic match tonight. Once again, good evening, Tiger Nation, and welcome to Sturgis Physical Education Center here on the campus of Washita Baptist University, located in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. It is the GAC opener for your Washita Tigers tonight as they take on across the street rival Henderson State to open up GAC play for the 2021 season. Henderson's coming into this matchup 7-2 overall. Like I said, first conference matchup for either team. Henderson on a 3-game winning streak. Last year went 6-6 and 5-5 overall in conference, sitting right at the middle of the pack in the GAC. Washita sitting at 3-5. They pick up 3 wins out of 4 games this weekend at the Pioneer Invitational down at Texas Women's University in Denton, Texas. So got their first win, got first 3 wins there. Did drop one of those games, but they're coming in 3-5 on a 2-game win streak. Looking to continue that here as we head into conference play. Said looking for a very good match tonight. With it being Battle of the Ravine, you never know which way it's going to go. No matter the skill level of the teams either year, this one's always close. Over the last 10 matchups, it is tied at 5 apiece. In conference, Washita does hold a slight lead over Henderson at 15-7, or 15-7. Said last year it was a 3-1 sweep. That was back on March 30th. Like I said, last year volleyball played in the spring, so just a few months later, and they're back on the court against each other. Said Washita currently leading the all-time Battle of the Ravine volleyball matchup, where it started keeping it back up in since 2010. It is 15-7 in favor of Washita Baptist. Like I said, Last year, the Reddies and the Tigers split. Washita won the first one in February, 3-1, and then Henderson won the one across the street, 3-1. So looking for a fantastic matchup tonight between 2 very good GAC volleyball teams. Washita looking to make a comeback from last year. So last year, Tigers went 3-8 overall and 3-7 in conference play. Said Henderson's season has been a tale of sweeps so far. Of their 9 matches, only 2 matches have not been sweeps. All but one win has been 3-0 for the Reddies. The other win was a 3-1 win over University of Montevallo that took place at the Kentucky Wesleyan University. And then one of the 2 losses was a 5-set loss to Drury University. Washita this past weekend, like I said, was at the Pioneer Invitational in Denton, Texas. Took on 4 very good teams. They beat Florida Tech 3-0 to get their first win of the season. Then lost to University of Texas Permian Basin 2-3, so 5 sets there. Then they played Southwest Baptist out of Bolivar, Missouri, and took them 5 sets to win that one 3-2. And then they played Texas Women's University and won that one 3-1 to get to a 3-5 record. It looks like we are just about ready to go to get the starting lineups And for that, I will turn it over to our crowd mic and let you hear Brian Ramsey, our new sports information director. Well, I guess that'll be just a second. He's the one who's going to be doing the introductions. Do not have the starting lineups up here, so I'll be going off of what he says. Like I said, looking for a good matchup. These two teams always make it fun whenever they play against each other, either here at Spec or across the street on the Kansas-Henderson State. So like I said, across the street there is a 2-lane highway that separates Ouachita and rival Henderson State. So looking for a very good matchup today. Ouachita trying to stay in that win column. Both teams trying to do that as well. Ouachita trying to start 1-0 in conference play. So last year struggled a little bit in the all-conference schedule, looking to bounce back here. And I'm going to turn it over to Brian Ramsey, the sports information director here at Ouachita. All right, you heard the starting lineups there. I'll go over them once again. Starters for Henderson State are number 7, Caitlin Sykes, number 8, Maya Robinson, number 9, Brain Denton, number 10, Violeta Mendoza Quintana, number 12, Christian Uzo, number 16, Mackenzie Thoman, and number 21, Taylor Scalzi. And you're starting Ouachita Tigers tonight in Battle of the Ravine. Number 5, Kayla Steinmeier. Number 10, Tammy Faiga. Number 12, Lexi Castello. Number 14, E.J. Day. Number 15, Emily Lowe. Number 16, Zara Thomas getting her start. And number 18, Riley Fielder. Like I said, Zara Thomas getting the start tonight coming in. or taking over for the injured Carly Ferguson. Carly Ferguson out, I believe, for the remainder of the season. Suffered a bad knee injury this weekend at the Pioneer Invitational, so she will be out. So Zara Thomas and a few of the other Tigers are going to have to step up. Said it looks like Henderson will be serving first, and that will be back to serve number 21, Taylor Scalzi. And we are underway in set number 1 in Battle of the Ravine. First serve is received by Castello. Steinmeier on the attack. It is blocked, but Castello puts it back up. Steinmeier again blocked, and it goes to the court through the blockers. First point, Tigers. A good job there for Steinmeier, getting her first kill of the evening. Riley Fielder back to serve for the Tigers. That's number 18, the senior out of Little Rock, Arkansas. She serves it where it is gotten by the Reddies, number 8. And that attack from number 10, Mendoza Quintana, is too far out of bounds. Point Tigers, they take a 2-0 lead. Fielder back to serve once again. So Fielder, the senior out of Little Rock, Arkansas. Received by Robinson. Tipped up. The attack is sent back down. Some miscues there. Day gets the kill. Another point, 3-0 Tigers. So that one went off the touch of number 12, Christian Uzo. Uzo, the freshman out of Beaumont, Texas. Fielder back to serve again. Fielder, a mainstay in this Tiger roster. Received by Robinson. The attack, a floater there. Stays alive. A great job by Fielder. Day just gets it back over to save it. Henderson not wanting to go with the heart attacks. There's Day, and her attack is blocked right back to the court from number 9, Bray Denton, and number 12, Christian Uzo for the Reddies' first point to make it 3-1. Good job there by the Reddies. Got to give credit on that one. They were able to put it right where nobody was to make it 3-1. Back to serve now is number 10, Mendoza Quintana. Quintana out of Chihuahua, Mexico. She serves it where it's received by Fielder. Fielder playing on the near side. Day's attack is blocked, but Lowe puts it back up. Steinmeier with the attack from the right side, and it gets blocked. And Castello couldn't handle it. Point Reddies, 3-2. The Tigers with the 1-point lead now. Mendoza Quintana back to serve once again. And that's going to be too much, and it'll go out. Point, Tigers. Good start here for the Tigers as the senior Emily Lowe heads back. So Lowe, the senior out of Austin, Texas, and Westwood High School, serves it away, where it's received by the libero. Lowe gets that one up. And a little bit of miscommunication. Fielder's just got to get back over the net. A good block, but it's going to go way out of bounds off the hands of Thomas and Steinmeier. Point for the Reddies to make it 4-3. So Tigers with the 1-point lead is number 9, Denton, is back to serve. Received by Fielder. Miscues there. Went off the hands of Faiga a little bit awkwardly. Tigers couldn't handle it, and it is tied up at 4 apiece. So Denton back to serve once again. Received by Day. Steinmeier's hit goes off the face of Denton, but stays alive. Fielder with a great save there. Stays on that side of the net. Daisy's got to get across. Castello keeps it alive with a dig. Steinmeier with the attack. A little floater, and it gets down on the ground. A great effort by Quintana. Gets her hand just under it. So the Reddies thought it had hit the floor, so it stays there, and they let it fall. So Tigers back to a 1-point lead. It's 5-4. The libero for Henderson State is number 16, Mackenzie Thoman. Back to serve is number 20, Joni Schneider, the junior. Received by Thoman. A little floater up, and they just got to get it across. Castello with the dig. Over to Day. Day's attack is blocked and cannot stay alive. Point Reddies tied at 5. And waiting to see who the substitutions are that come in, and we will get a server here momentarily. It's going to be number 1. That is Madison Hatt, the freshman out of Frisco, Texas. 5-5. Serve is received by Day. The set from Schneider, the attack from Day, going to go off the hands of the blockers. Point Tigers. Great attack there by Day. She picks up another kill. I believe that's going to be her first. Back to serve is E.J. Day. Received by Thoman. Over to Hatt. That's going to be point to the Tigers. Said something about out of bounds. Not quite sure. Oh, they're going to say it hit the antenna. Head coach Philip McDaniel wasn't quite sure about it. Looked like he wanted to argue, but then he realized the point goes to him. So it should be 6-6 now. And it is 6-6. They're pointing at the side referee over there is pointing at the antenna. So I'm assuming it had something to do with that. And they're going to talk about it, so I'm not quite sure what the issue is. The scoreboard's giving the point to Ouachita. The referee pointed to Henderson. So Day went back to serve it. And it looks like the point's going to go to the Tigers. That'll make it 7-5. And the point does go. I am very confused on what happened with that one, but it is 7-5. Day back to serve again. Received by Thoman, set up by Hatts. The attack, a good attack there for number 7, Caitlin Sykes, a sophomore from North Richland Hills, Texas. That makes it 7-6 now. Robinson back to serve. Received by Castello. The bump from Day. Fielder with the attack. Dug out by Robinson. The attack from Quintana. Good save there by Castello. Schneider keeps it alive. Fielder with the attack again. Received by Thoman. Schneider gets that one. Sets it up for Fielder again on the far side. A little floater there, but it's kept alive by Hatts. Zara Thomas with a floater on that one. Kept alive. And that's going to ricochet off of Day, way out of bounds. Point readies, and we're tied back up. So Day just couldn't quite handle that one. And it is 7-7. Serve is received by Fielder. Set up for Brooke Jones, who just comes in, and she gets it down and gets a kill. And Tigers back to a 1-point lead. Brooke Jones, like I said, coming in there. We've seen her play in several matches. She's played in 26 sets so far in 8 matches. The sophomore out of Greenwood, Arkansas, and Greenwood High School. And that serve from Castello is going to be a little bit too much to go out of bounds. 8-8. The libero, 16, that is Thoman back to serve. Thoman, the junior out of O'Fallon, Missouri. Jump serve there, received by Fielder. The set from Schneider, the attack from Lowe. And it gets down, point Tigers. Couldn't quite handle the attack from Lowe. We'll have a few more substitutions as Jones comes out and Schneider goes out, and in comes Faiga and Steinmeier. To Faiga, one of the seniors out of Waxahachie, Texas. Listed at 5'5", she goes back to serve for Ouachita. Good serve received by Thoman. The attack from number 5 was off the hands of the front, and Castello cannot quite get up there to get it. That was number 5, Taisha McGruder. 9-9. Back to serve now is number 21. That is Taylor Scalzi. Ouachita playing 4 on the back to receive. Received by Castello. Set up for Fielder. Ricochets off the hands, but is kept going. Castello with a dig. Another setup, this time for Steinmeier. blocked, but Day gets it. A little floater over there from the Tigers. And that kill from Quintana goes right between Castro and Day, and they can't hang on. And Henderson takes their first lead of set number 1. 10-9 Reddies. Scalzi back to serve. Received by Day. The attack from Steinmeier, a fantastic kill, ties it back up at 10. Steinmeier, the sophomore out of St. Charles, Missouri, coming in, averaging 2.6 kills a set. Came in with 52 so far on the season in 20 sets played. Already added a couple to that tonight. Caslow keeps it alive. Good effort there. Over to Steinmeier again, and she picks up another kill. Could not be handled by Scalzi over on that far side. That's the one corner. A dangerous area to try to control. Fielder to serve again. So Fielder, one of 2 captains on this team. It's her and Castello that are the 2 captains for the 2021 season. Steinmeier with another attack. This time it is kept alive. Day puts it right back. Another attack. Castello with a dig. Faiga with the set. Over to Day. Floats it, and it will go out of bounds. Point Reddies tied back up at 11. A good idea there from Day, but just put a little too much on it, and it went just out of bounds. Serve from Quintana, received by Caslow. Another attack from Quintana, too much, out of bounds. Point Tigers back to a 1-point lead. The front row is well, they haven't had too much trouble with it yet, but if blocks become an issue, you're going to look at this front row to step up as Lowe goes back to serve. Said Lowe, another one of the seniors on this team. Received by Robinson. Set up by Scalzi. Robinson with the attack. Goes off the front row of Thomas and Steinmeier and goes out of bounds. Point Reddies. Back and forth and back and forth. It's 12-12. Few substitutions. Back to serve for the Reddies is number 20, Maddie Fairchild, a sophomore out of Conway, Arkansas. Defensive specialist. Day receives it. Set up for Steinmeier. Another attack, and it gets that back corner. Another kill for Steinmeier. I believe it's going to be kill number 5 for Kayla Steinmeier tonight. She leads all scorers. Schneider coming in for Steinmeier. I believe Fielder just came in for Faiga. The serve from Schneider received by Thoman. Some miscommunications, but it is kept going by the Reddies. Fielder gets it, sets it up for Thomas. Ricochet there, but a good effort by the Reddies, keeping it going. Over to Day for the attack, and she gets a kill. Kill number 2 for E.J. Day. Tigers up to a 2-point lead, 14-12. And Henderson State will take a timeout. And with the timeout, we'll be taking a quick break. We'll be right back here on the Washita Sports Digital Network. And welcome back to Sturgis Physical Education Center here in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. Still in set number 1. Tigers have a 2-point lead, 14-12 over rival Henderson State. It's been back and forth so far. Henderson did get out to a 1-point lead. Tigers have came back and gotten a 2-point lead back. Back to serve is Joni Schneider. And Henderson State had called that timeout. Serve from Schneider, the junior from Garland, Texas. Almost an ace there. The attack from Robinson is received by Day. Brooke Jones' shot is blocked, but Caslow keeps it alive. Over to Day again, a little floater. But the Reddies were ready for it. Other block kept up by Schneider. She gets it over the net. Tiger defense is really improving. Kept alive. Great effort by Joni Schneider, but it's going to go point to the Tigers. They're going to say that was a double hit on one of the Ouachita players. Couldn't quite tell who that was, but it is point Reddies. 14-13 Tigers. So couldn't quite tell who they're going to call that a double hit on Riley Fielder. Or a double touch. Serving is Madison Hatt, received by Fielder. Over to Brooke Jones for the attack. Good effort by Thoman to keep it alive. And Robinson's just got to put it back over. It's going to be close, and it's barely going to get that back corner. I believe Fielder and Caslow thought it was going to go out. See one of the Ouachita softball players back there is line judge. Hatt back to serve now. Now serving from this side of the court. Served from the far side last serve. But it's tied up at 14. Low serve received by Day. Day gets the kill coming off of number 20, Maddie Fairchild. Point back to the Tigers. They now lead at 15-14. E.J. Day, the sophomore out of Belle Chase, Louisiana, the business major. She got quite a bit of play time last season. Received by Robinson, set up by Hatz. And that was 3 touches. So it's a point to the Tigers, back to a 2-point lead. Just some miscommunications there as Robinson's bump could not get over. Day back to serve once again. Day does have a few service aces. The kill there, a good kill. I believe that was number 7. Caitlin Sykes gets it. Day could not handle that one. They're back to serve. Number 8, that is Maya Robinson, the junior out of North Little Rock, Arkansas, the transfer in from University of Arkansas at Little Rock. Ouachita leads it by 1. That is, goes off the fielder, ricochets back, tied up at 16. Just miscue there from the senior on the back row. Robinson to serve once again. Pretty much the same thing there. Fielder could not quite handle it, and Henderson takes a 1-point lead. So college volleyball is a best of 5 situation. Sets 1 through 4 play to 25. The, if necessary, set 5 goes to 15. Tigers get the point there. Back to serve is Caslow, the other senior captain on this Ouachita team. A good blocking attempt there, but it is kept alive by the Reddies. Low with the attack, and it's going to be an attack error as it went right into the net. 18-17 Henderson. Back to serve is Mackenzie Thoman, the junior from O'Fallon, Missouri. The libero in today's match. Received by Fielder, and it's going to ricochet again. And Henderson now has a 2-point lead. And Ouachita is going to take a timeout. So we'll take a quick break and be right back here. You're watching the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
And welcome back to Sturgis Physical Education Center here on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University. So Ouachita called their first timeout. Henderson State leads it by 2. It's their largest lead of set number 1. So it's been back and forth. Ouachita's got to get a few points here as they're closing in on the end of this one. Fielder's struggling a little bit in the back, on the back row to receive some of these serves. It looks like Henderson's been going after her quite a bit. We'll see if they go to her here as Mackenzie Thoman goes back to serve. Serve from Thoman, right back to Fielder. She handles it well that time. The setup over to Fielder. Received by Thoman back on that side of the net, and it is blocked back down by Fielder. Fielder gets a little bit of redemption there and gets a point. Back for the Tigers. 19-18 now in favor of the Reddies. Back to serve is Tammy Faiga, the senior. Faiga, the accounting and finance double major here in the Hickey-Botham School of Business, serves it over. It's set up for number 5, Magruder. Kept alive. The attack from for number 15, Lowe, gets a fantastic kill there and ties it back up at 19. Said a very hard hit ball there for Emily Lowe. Ties this one back up. Received by Robinson. Over to Quintana. She will serve that one off the block. Attempted block from Steinmeier and Lowe. A very hard hit ball gives Henderson a 1-point lead. So Quintana, the junior out of Chihuahua, Mexico, and transferring out of the New Mexico Military Institute. Back to serve is number 21, Taylor Scalzi. So Scalzi, the junior out of Flower Mound, Texas, and Liberty Christian High School. Serve is received by Day. Can be close to the net, and Faiga can't haul it in. 21-19 Henderson. Ouachita's got to string it together a few points here. You don't want to be sitting at 3 points down whenever the other team hits that 22-point mark. The serve from Scalzi. Received by Steinmeier. Over to Lowe with the attack. And it will be point Tigers. It went off the fingers of the Reddies. Back to a 1-point game. It's 21-20 Henderson. Back to serve is Avery Joust, the freshman from Midland, Texas. Received by Robinson. Set up by Scalzi. The attack from Quintana goes off the block. Point Reddies, 22-20. And that front row is really going to be missing Carly Ferguson as she leads the team in blocks with 29. Emily Lowe does have 20, and Steinmeier does have 9. So they got to work on that. Is it received by Joust over to Caslow? The attack from Steinmeier into the net. Point Henderson, 23-20. Attack there from Steinmeier. And Ouachita will take another timeout. And so we'll stay here with this one.
The American dream to me as an immigrant means having the opportunities that my parents didn't have. Being the first one in my family to graduate, it meant everything my parents sacrificed for me to get to this point. It was paying off.
Estoy muy orgulloso de Michael por haberse graduado de colegio.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not had a scholarship. It would just relieve a lot of the financial burden.
And welcome back to Sturgis Physical Education Center. We are still in set number 1. It is close. It is 23-20 in favor of Henderson State. Ouachita had a lead for most of this one, but has struggled here in the last few points. On the court for the Tigers right now is Avery Joust, Lexi Caslow, E.J. Day, Emily Lowe, Kayla Steinmeier, and Tammy Faiga. Back to serve is Quintana. .23 serving 20. Received by Joust. Caslow gets it back a little bit towards the front, and Steinmeier's just got to get it over the net. Set up for the attack over to Robinson. It is blocked back. A good block, but a good save by Thoman. Joust gets the dig. Over today with the attack, blocked out of bounds. Point, Tigers. A great jump there by Day. She gets her 4th kill of the evening. Emily Lowe, the senior from Alston, back to serve this one. Received by Thoman. Set up, and that attack from Denton goes off the hands of Joust. It is now set point for the Reddies, 24-21. Maddie Fairchild, the sophomore from Conway, back to serve the set point for the Reddies. Received by Day. Over to Steinmeier. It is blocked back to the court. Henderson takes set number 1, 25-21. So set number 1 will go to Henderson State. A good effort there by the Tigers. They had a lead in the beginning, but it began to falter. It was back and forth. Tigers did a good job battling back, but just not quite enough there at the end. We got about a 3-minute break between sets. We'll take a break, and we will be right back here. You're watching the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
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 How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
On my team, I thrive to work as hard as I can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do, be it personal relationships, homework, the way you carry yourself. I've changed since I got to King University. It's really helped me to develop as a leader. I think it's honestly the best thing that's ever happened.
And welcome back to Ouachita Baptist University for set number 2. Reddies lead it 1-0 so far after winning set number 1 by a score of 25-21. But so far, Ouachita hitting at .205. Steinmeier leading all in kills so far. For Henderson, Mendoza Quintana leading kills with 4. As we are getting ready for set number 2. Looks like the starting 6 for the Tigers will be Kellen Church coming back in, Riley Fielder, E.J. Day, Lexi Castelo, Brooke Jones, and Emily Lowe. It's good to see Kellen Church back here. She gets ready to serve. Said, tweaked her shoulder this past weekend, but it's good to see her playing here. She starts it with a serve. She leads the team in aces. So we'll see what she does here in set number 2. The attack there from Quintana goes off of Church's hands. And Henderson takes the first point. So Church currently, she's a sophomore out of Jonesboro, Arkansas, leads the team in assists per set, and service aces with 14. Quintana back to serve. And a service error there. Ties it up at one apiece. E.J. Day back to serve. Clips the top of the net. And Lowe keeps it going. Saved by Castlo at the back. The attack from Lowe. A hard hit one right off the hands of Taylor Scalzi. Point Tigers. Emily Lowe, a very dominant force on that front row. Listed 6'1" from Westwood High School. Last year was an all-GAC honorable mention. Led the team with a .243 attack percentage and third on the team with 87 kills. And a little bit of a dump attack there gets the Tigers lacking. They call it the donut there, had opened up, and Rays were able to get it right there. Bit of a collision between Scalzi and I believe number 12, Christiane Uzo. Had her a little bit shaken up. She's staying in. The libero Thoman out. Back to serve is number 9, Bray Denton, the freshman from Greenbrier. And that one's going to go out just barely, but good eyes there by Day to let that one go out. 3-2, Ouachita. Emily Lowe back to serve. Lowe, the seniors played pretty much every year. Over. Received by Robinson. Over the attack. Over. Goes. Yep, they're going to say it did hit Church's hands. It would have been out, but it went off Church's hands. I believe that was Uzo. That kill Uzo, the freshman from Beaumont, Texas. 3-3. Back to serve is Madison Hatt, the freshman from Frisco, Texas. Received by Day, set by Church. And Brooke Jones goes with the soft float there, and it gets put right back into the court. Point Reddies, they lead by 1. It's 4-3. Hatt serving again, received by Fielder. Gets that one under control. The set from Church over to Fielder. And it is a block by Caitlin Sykes and Tysha Magruder. They now ready to have a 2-point lead. Hatt back to serve once again. Received by Day. Kept alive. And Castlo can't get it over the net. It went off the rafters. 6-3, Henderson. Hatt to serve once again. Received by Fielder. The set from Church over to Fielder again. That time is going to go off with Thoman. To Quintana. The attack dug out by Castello. Over to Zara Thomas. A good save by Robinson. Keeps it alive. Quintana with the attack. A great dig by Castello. Church with the set to Fielder. Floater. Robinson gets that one. Sets up again. Day saves it. It goes over the net from Zara Thomas. A great job by the Tigers. Church gets that one. The set from Castello over to Fielder with the attack. And it's going to be too much for Thoman to handle. Point Tigers. A great effort there. I believe that was Day and Zara Thomas saving that point for the Tigers. Fielder picks up another kill. Tammy Faiga back to serve, the senior from Waxahachie, Texas. I can promise you I'm saying that incorrectly, but you can see it on the screen. That attack is way too far out. Oh, but they're going to say it's going to go off the front row of the Tigers. Point Reddies. Still 3 points, 7-4. Back to serve is Maya Robinson, the junior. Received by Castello. Over to Zara Thomas, and she pokes it over. Point Tigers. A great play by Zara Thomas, a sophomore from Paulina, Louisiana. great job on that one. Fielder serving. Received by Robinson. Hat. Steinmeier with the attack, and it is blocked back into the court from Sykes. Still a 3-point game. It's 8-5. Thoman back to serve now. The libero back in. That's going to be hit over today for the attack, and her attack just has too much on it, out of bounds. 4-point lead for the Reddies. And Ouachita will take a timeout. We will take a quick break and be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
And welcome back to Arkadelphia, Arkansas. We are in set number 2. Henderson State University has a 4-point lead, 9-5 over your Ouachita Tigers. So Henderson State took set 25-21. Ouachita trying to get back in this one. Last week in the first home match against a very good Texas A&M Kingsville team, Tigers dropped set number 1. He came back and won set number 2. Let's see what they can do here. It's a decent crowd on hand tonight, as it is starting to get packed here on the visitor side of the stands where I am seated. Thoman back to serve. Received by Castello, set up by Fayuga over to Day. Her attack was blocked but kept alive by Castello. A little floater from Thomas. A great save by Castello, kept alive. Fielder gets it up, and it won't go over the net. Point Reddies, 5-point lead for Henderson State. Tigers, you need to get something going here. Avery Joust coming in for Riley Fielder. So Joust, a freshman out of Midland, Texas, and Midland Christian High School. Thoman to serve. Joust receives. Set up by Faygo over to Day. A good ricochet there from Madsen Hat. Gets lucky. Goes out of bounds. Point Tigers. A little bit of an attack error there for the Reddies. Didn't quite see who that one was, but back to a 4-point set. Castello, the senior from Greenwood, back to serve. The secondary education major. The attack from Quintana. Castello keeps it alive off the tip of the front. E.J. Day's kill is, wow, Hat with another saving attempt there. Over to Day once again for the attack. Miscues, and Quintana's just got to get it over the net. Set up over to Day once again. Robinson with another dig. The attack. Whoa, I thought that one hit the line from up here. But the line judge on the far side said it was out. Point Reddies. Said it looked like it hit the line, but ruling says no. Back to serve is number 21, Taylor Scalzi. This is Scalzi Jr. from Liberty Christian High School in Flower Mound, Texas. Received by Joust, the set from Faiuga. The attack from Day is blocked. And it will be point ready. 6-point set here for Henderson State. Scalzi back to serve once again. Steinmeier with the And a fake out attack there. Block. Joust with the reception. Good job there. Joust has to get it back over the net. Another hard hit from Quintana. 7-point lead for Henderson State. It was 13-6. Washita's got to settle in here. You don't want to be behind 2-0. Some miscues there. Give the Reddies yet another point. 14-6 now. 8-point lead for the Reddies. Received by Day, low with the floater attack. And the block that time from number 9, Bray Denton. Rejects him really low. Another point. 9-point lead. Scalzi back to serve once again. And that one goes a little bit too far out. Point for the Tigers. It is now 15-7. Freshman Carly Bonham coming in, along with Kellen Church. Bonham, the freshman out of Kerrville, Texas. The attack there, and going to go from Denton. Gets the kill. 16-7, Henderson. So Carly Bonham, the freshman coming in, since from Tom Ingram High School out of Kerrville, Texas. Her mama, Washita volleyball alum, along with Kayla Steinmeyers. They both played together. I believe they were roommates back whenever they were in college. The serve from Mendoza Quintana is received by Joust to set from Church over to Day. And Day gets another kill, and that'll be point for the Tigers. It is 16-8. That is Day's 5th kill of the evening. Ties her with Kayla Steinmeyer at 5 apiece. Maya Robinson leads all players with 6. Back to serve is E.J. Day, the sophomore from Belle Chase, Louisiana. From Belle Chase High School, the business major. Day serve, too much, 17-8. Some more substitutions on the side of the Reddies. Back to serve will be number 20, Maddie Fairchild. Received by Fielder. The set from Church over to Bonham. A good attack there, but kept alive by the Reddies. The attack from Uzo kept going. Fielder's attack. Received by Quintana at the back row. That attack, Day keeps it alive, but sends it straight into the net. Point for the Reddies. 18-8. Back to a 10-point lead, and Washita will take another timeout. Be right back here. Henderson leads it 18-8. You're watching the Washita Sports Digital Network.
At Washita, we care deeply for our students, and we are seeking to invest in them every day.
My professors are some of the best people I've ever met. They love me, they care for me, they care about my well-being.
Faculty are so open to helping you, even outside of the classroom. Like the night before the test, they'll stay up till late in case you need help. And they're really open about that, just really helping you understand everything.
The faculty has challenged me in a way that I feel equipped for whatever comes my way outside of Washita.
The faculty and staff really pour into me every day in class, but also out of class. They're really invested in my future.
We develop relationships, and we really seek to pour into the whole person.
And welcome back to Sturgis Physical Education Center here in set number 2. Henderson State with a 10-point, 18-8 lead over the Washita Tigers. Henderson will be serving. It is number 20, Maddie Fairchild, the sophomore from Conway, Arkansas. listed as a libero and defensive specialist, gets the defensive specialist position tonight. She'll be serving her way to the Tigers. Joni Schneider in now for Ouachita. Will be received by Fielder. Church keeps it alive. Fielder's got to get it over. There will be point radius as it did not go over the actual net. 11-point lead here in this one. One thing about volleyball, it can be bounced back, so a big loss here does not mean a certain loss here in this one. Over Fielder on the attack that time. A good save by Thoman. Too far out. And Henderson says they touched it. But it is going to be called a point for Ouachita. And Scalzi, the junior, wants to go have a word with the referee. Number 7, Caitlin Sykes, does not think that the Tigers avoided it. They said they got that front row block. But the points can go to Ouachita. It's still a 10-point set, 19-9 now. Henderson State not too happy about that one. Low serve, almost too much. The attack from Uzo goes, just catches the line there. Point readies. I believe this set is just about going to be wrapped up. Madsen Hatt back to serve. So barring a miraculous comeback here in set number 2. But Ouachita's going to have to be fighting behind 0-2. Good reception from Schneider, setting from Church. Fielder's attack is kept alive, but that was Henderson State is able to get it back overtime. Zara Thomas's attack is stuffed. But I'm not sure what the point is. So I looked up hand signals over the weekend, still trying to learn more about volleyball, but not quite sure what that signal means. Anyway, it's point Henderson. It's 21-9. At to serve once again. Schneider to receive it. Church with the set. Fielder with the attack. Goes off. The block, point Tigers. Fielder gets another kill. But that one was pretty clear as the ball did change momentum there as it went off the hands. 21-10 Henderson. Tammy Faiga goes back to serve, the senior from Texas, for the accounting and finance double major. Listed as a setter. Quick cleanup on the court. So unlike some schools, Ouachita does not play in the basketball arena, which is attached to Sturgis Physical Education Center. They get their own court here. And they chose this floor material as this is what the floor material is at the GAC tournament in Bank OZK Arena in Hot Springs. The serve. Bit of ricochet. Can be close, and it will not get over the net. Point for the Tigers. Just some miscues there for Henderson. And back to serve will be Faiga once again. Faiga, the senior from Waxahachie, Texas. Serves it. Received by Robinson. The attack kept alive. You got to get it over. Caslow does get it over. Thoman sets it up. Schneider with a dig. Over to Fielder. And her attack is blocked right back into the court from Caitlin Sykes and Taisha McGruder. (22-11). Still 11-point set. So this one's looking like the way volleyball goes, it's going to be going to Henderson. To serve now is Danny Dagley. And some more miscues there, make it 23-11. Substitution in is number 17, J.C. Tupper, the sophomore of Edmond, Oklahoma. That one's going to go out. Point for Ouachita. 23-12. Avery Joust back to serve. Alexa Joust, the freshman out of Midland, Texas. Listed at 5'7", majoring in communication, sciences, and disorders. A great job there by Steinmeier getting the kill. Just a iffy reception from Thoman. Put it just over the net, and Steinmeier put it right back into the court. Avery Joust to serve. The attack from Quintana. Off of Joust. And back to the court. It'll be set point, 24-13. Set point for Henderson State. They're looking to take a 2-0 set lead. In comes number 11, Larkin Luke, the freshman from Greenwood, Arkansas. Serve from Thoman. Received by Joust. The attack from Thomas goes out. Oh no, it is in. They can say it tipped the front row. So point, Ouachita. 10-point set, still set point. Castello back to serve. Ouachita's got to score 10 straight if they want to keep this one going. Set over. Faiga chases it, kept alive. Joust puts it over. And that's going to go out. Point for the Tigers. 15-24. Castello back to serve. And a very tough kill from Quintana. Ends that one. Final score of set number 2, 15-25. So Henderson takes it. Ouachita now trails by 2. Ouachita's got to get something together if they want to have a chance at this one. We will take a quick break. We'll be back here in a couple minutes. You're watching the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Getting directions to Ouachita Baptist University.
We believe in a faith that seeks understanding. So as a university, we believe that all of the various things that we study allow us to really develop a more vigorous faith.
Ouachita Baptist is so catered to growing in your spiritual walk.
My interaction with professors and fellow students in classes and learning has helped me learn more about who God is in my personal life.
One of the beauties of the education that we give to our students is to expose them to the various realms of knowledge, which then equips them as men and women of faith to be able to understand and really appreciate the complicated world in which we live.
Ouachita Baptist has taught me how a love for God and a love of learning really go hand in hand.
By coming to Ouachita and finding mentors on staff or upperclassmen who were older than me, I really started to discover who God was and learn how to go to His Word and His truth and learn who He was.
We want you to be the very best you. We believe that's God's plan for you. We believe that He wants you to develop unique gifts and abilities to the fullest extent and to equip you to have the very best future that you can have.
And welcome back to Ouachita Baptist University for set number 3. Tigers trail by 2. They've got to win this one to stay alive. So they got to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, John M. Pickett, attorney at law, and Slim and Shorties. Thank you from Ouachita Volleyball for sponsoring this season. They've been some consistent sponsors over the years. Can't help but thank them. They do a great job helping us out. So we are in set number 3. Henderson leads it 2-0. So the last sweep in this series came back on Halloween in 2019. Henderson State won that one 3-0. That was the last sweep. Haven't been too many sweeps. Several of them. There was a stretch there where several went 5 sets from 2017 to the end of 2018. Most of them went 5 sets. So since 2010, not too many sweeps. Washita's going to look to avoid it here. The last 2 matchups have been 3-1 for either team. It's split 1-1. Like I said, it's 5-5 over the last 10 matchups. Washita is 8-3 at home against Henderson State. They're trying to keep that home side away. They're trying to get their first win here at Sturgis Physical Education Center this season. Henderson will be serving first, and it is Scalzi. She serves it away where it is received by Steinmeier, who's now back on the back row over to Lowe. It is blocked and barely gets in for point for the Reddies. Reddies start out up 1 here in this one. So Caitlin Sykes now leads all players with 8 total kills. Steinmeier leads Washita with 6. Serve received by Caslow. The set from Faiga over to Day. Kept alive. Henderson just got to get it over. Over to Lowe, and she gets that one. A great kill there that went off of Thoman. And I believe Robinson ties it back up at 1. Solid kill there for the senior from Austin. So Lowe, the psychology major. Day serves it away. Over to Quintana. A great dig by Day to keep it alive. A bit of a miscue there from Audrey Gallagher, the junior from Henrietta, Texas. Couldn't quite get it back over the net. Gallagher hadn't got to play much. She's only played in 1 match. I believe she was out due to some COVID protocols in the beginning, getting some playing time here. Had a chance at that one, just a miscue. She's only played in 1 set and 1 match so far this season. Quintana to serve. Caslow receives it. Day pushes it back towards the net. Steinmeier with the attack. Attack from Robinson. Day can't quite get to it. Point Reddies. 3-1 lead for the Reddies now. Received by Thoman. The setup over to Uzo, and she'll get the kill. Faiga was not in the right place on that one. 4-2. So Henderson looking to win 2 in a row. That's the longest winning streak they've ever had since 2010 anyways. And that's going to go out, then cross the net. Point Henderson, 3-point set. I said since 2010, there have been a total of 22 matches. This is match number 23. Washita leads at 15-7. The longest win streak belongs to Washita from 2011 to 2015. They won 10 straight. Henderson has picked up 2 wins here and there in a couple of different stretches. A great dig by Castello. Over to Steinmeier. A good dig by Quintana. A fantastic block up front. Steinmeier puts it back over, keeps it alive for the Tigers. The floater from Uzo. Day gets it, the set from Faiga. Zara Thomas with the attack. Blocked, kept alive. A fantastic rally here. Blocked again, and it's going to go out of bounds. Point Tigers. A great job by the Tigers on that one to fight and get the point. We have a couple subs. Gallagher and Faiga out. Church and Bonham in. So since 2010, Henderson has strung 2 consecutive wins together twice. That's blocked. And another miscue. A great job by Zara Thomas on the front row. Zara Thomas gets the point there, the sophomore middle blocker from Paulina, Texas. Listed at 5'11", a good presence on that front row, stepping up to cover for the injured Carly Ferguson. Church with the serve, gets the net, and she'll get an ace. That's her 15th ace of the season and first of the night. Ties it back up at 5. Church back to serve again. Another low serve received by Quintana. Thoman gets it over. The setup for Thomas. A little bit too much on it, goes out of bounds. Point Reddies. So Washita picked to finish 10th in the GAC in preseason rankings. Henderson picked to be at 6th. Hat to serve. Received by Day. Set from Church over to Steinmeier. Hers is blocked back into. Steinmeier with a point for the Reddies. 2-point lead now for Henderson State. Hat back to serve. So Hat, the freshman from Frisco, Texas. Day. Castlo gets it back towards the net, and Steinmeier puts it back over. The setup. Oh, just enough. That was number 7, Caitlin Sykes. Gets the point there. 8-5. Hat still serving. So Hat from Lebanon Trail High School, the 5'9" freshman. Received by Day. Pokes it over. Church with the set over to Steinmeier. It's blocked and blocked, or hits it through the block. Point Tigers, 8-6. Substitution, Steinmeier out, Schneider in. Schneider goes back to serve. Schneider, the junior from Midland, Texas, and Berkner High School, the kinesiology major. Between volleyball and kinesiology, spends a lot of time here in Sturgis Physical Education Center. Gets the dig there, stuffed, and it will be point to Henderson. Three-point set here, 9-6. Washita's got to be able to string a few together. Do not want to get swept. I said most of Henderson's matches have ended in sweeps, but want to try to avoid that here. Received by Schneider. The set from Church over to Day. Her attack is blocked, but kept alive by Castello. Church is chasing it, and she won't be able to get it back over. That'll be 4 touches on the Tigers' point Reddies. Good effort by Church. And Washita will take a timeout. That means we will take another quick break. It is 10-6 Henderson. We'll be right back here on the Washita Sports Digital Network.
Getting directions to Washita Baptist University.
And welcome back to Arkadelphia, Arkansas. We are in set number 3. Washita trails 0-2, and it is a 10-6 lead for Henderson State here in set 3. One thing I love about working for the Washita Sports Digital Network is not only the compliments we get from our own families and the Washita's athletes' families about the broadcast. Just had a Henderson State dad come up and tell us that they've got family across the country watching in, and always loved hearing how far we can reach, because they said there's a family out in the Northeast, up in Vermont, and another state I couldn't quite remember. That'll be a kill for the Tigers. Carly Bonham gets her first kill of the night. And that'll be an 11-7 or a 10-7 lead now. Like I said, there's families in the Northeast watching this, watching Henderson State. Washita Sports Digital Network has reached, I believe, 25 or 26 states and 21 different countries as the attack there from Madison Hat. This gets right in front of Caitlin Church. Point Reddies back to a 4-point set. So we have reached 21 countries and 25 different states coming into this year. amassing nearly 50,000 views in just one semester of sports. Reception there by Day. The attack. Hard hit there from Bray Denton. Point back to the Reddies. 12-7 now, 5-point lead. Like I said, I thoroughly enjoy working for OSDN. I don't think I've even said my name tonight. I'm Matthew Branch. I'm the student director of the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, a senior out of Whitehall, Arkansas. Some miscues there, and I believe that's going to be third touch gets it over. It's set for Lowe. Gets the back line there, and that will be point Tigers. So coach was not too happy about that one. Looked like it was a little bit out. Couldn't quite tell from here. The line judge calls it in, so therefore it is in. 12-8. Back to serve, Tammy Faiga. Received by Robinson, set up by Hatt, over to Magruder, kept alive. Good effort by Robinson. And that was going to hit in. Point Reddies. 13-8 now. Like I said, I'm the student director. Like I said, I do play-by-play duties for volleyball and softball as well as baseball occasionally. So we've got a fantastic crew this year. Looking to have our first full year of sports, as the first year in existence was 2019, 2020. 2020, we all got sent home, didn't have a spring. Last year, GAC did not play fall sports, played every other sport in the spring, and an attack there goes to the face of Thoman. Point Tigers, 4-point set. I said, only played in the spring last year, had every sport except football going on at once here. It made it a crazy schedule for us. I said, this year looking to have a normal sports schedule. The serve from Day. The attack there goes in. Catches that corner. Only one corner there. Back to 5 points. Ouachita's got to be able to string more than 1 point in a row here. Mendoza Quintana back to serve. The serve from Quintana, received by Day, kept alive, and some miscues there by Lowe and Steinmeier. Give another point to the Reddies. 15-9. Like I said, the Ouachita Sports Digital Network is a student-run sports broadcasting program that is based out of the Rogers Department of Communications here in the Ouachita School of Humanities. Castlew keeps it alive. Steinmeier just gets it over. Block there, or goes through the block. Robinson gets another kill. 16-9. Substitution, Day out, Joust in. Quintana back to serve once again. So we have one faculty member, Chris Babb, who serves as the head director, and everybody else is a student. One thing about it is, if you want to do sports media, this is the place to go, because you can get some fantastic experience as a freshman. A great save there. Steinmeier with the attack. And gets the kill there, make it a 16-10 set. So your other bigger schools that offer sports media, you don't really get to touch equipment until your junior year. Ouachita, you come in as a freshman, we'll put you on camera as well as on camera behind the scenes, so you can be directing the TriCaster. Blocked there, and it is going to fall to the court. Point for the Reddies. So we can get you experience in just about any place in a sports broadcast. So camera work, directing, graphics coordination, replay work with our new production trailer we got last year, as well as play-by-play, and that's a bad reception there by Steinmeier. Point for the Reddies, 18-10. And Ouachita will take another timeout, and that means we will take another quick break. We'll be right back here. You're watching the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Certainly, there's no better time than now, and I think the sooner the better as you go through life to get your education completed. We wanted it to be practical, and we wanted it to be accessible.
Students, I think, that are learning online have the same desires, same needs, and it's up to us to come up with as creative ways as possible of making sure that all those needs are met.
It's not just getting a degree, it's not just checking a box, it's about us investing an education into these students.
welcome back. Today we are in set number 3. Could be the final set of tonight. Ouachita trails 18-10 behind rival Henderson State, trying to avoid being swept. So Ouachita coming out of this timeout. On the court for the Tigers out of the timeout. Audrey Gallagher, Tammy Faiga, Zara Thomas, Lexi Castello, Avery Jouse, and Kayla Steinmeier. Received by Jouse. Set from Faiga. Zara Thomas with the attack. Kept alive by Thoman. The attack from Uzo. Another attack from Steinmeier. Blocked. Kept alive. Over to Gallagher. This time soft one. And awkward there for Uzo. A point goes to the Tigers to make it 18-11. So, hopefully whatever head coach Allison Brazell Kaiser told her team works here. As Kellen Church, the sophomore out of Jonesboro, goes back to serve it away. Church, a two-sport athlete on this team. And the attack there from Uzo. Causes a collision there. Couldn't quite get there. 19-11. Oh, no. Point Ouachita. Didn't quite see what the call was. That's point Ouachita, 18-12. We'll see what it goes down as on the live stats, but Church back to serve once again. Set over to Uzo. Floater, Joust keeps it alive. Set from Caslow over to Steinmeier. Set from Church to Bonham. And that attack there goes through a block. I believe that's going to be number 7, Caitlin Sykes. Substitutions now for Henderson. We have a fantastic OSDN crew working tonight. So our director is Miles Scholes. Graphics is Katie Tosh. On camera 1 is Gabby Reed. Camera 2 is Chris Gay. Camera 3 is James Jolly. And camera 4 is Jack Peterson. So I'm Matthew Branch doing play-by-play. Today, fantastic crew tonight. Got a full crew for volleyball. Serve received by Steinmeier. Over back to Steinmeier, and she gets a kill. Point Tigers, back to a 6-point set. Joni Schneider back to serve. Schneider, the junior out of Garland, Texas. The 5'7" setter, majoring in kinesiology. Good dig from Castello. Over to Day, and it's going to be received by Quintana. Bottom of the dig. Back over to Day for the attack. Bounces, Quintana saves it. Little floater, Church. Castello back to Day with the attack, and it's going to be too much out of bounds. Make it 20-13 Reddies. Back to serve will be number 22, Trinity Sharp, the freshman listed as a libero from Springdale High School, or Springdale, Arkansas, and Harbor High School in Springdale. A few other substitutions for Henderson. Riley Fielder back in for Ouachita. 20 serving 13. Joni Schneider with the reception. Sarah Thomas with the attack. Kept alive. Good effort there by Thoman. That's going to be too much on it for Quintana. It's going to be out. Not sure what Mendoza-Quintana was wanting on that one, but it's going to be 14-20. Lexi Castello back to serve for Ouachita. The senior captain from Greenwood, Arkansas. Education major here in the Huckabee School of Education. That one's going to be out. 21-14 to score. Our next broadcast for OSDN will be this Friday it'll be volleyball, Ouachita versus Mississippi College in the Ready Tiger Invitational. They've got 3 games between Friday and Saturday. 2 against Mississippi College and 1 against Auburn Montgomery. And a kill there for Riley Fielder as Stoneman had went down to get the dig. 21-15, still a 6-point set. Ouachita struggling with that 6-point hump there. Like I said, Friday we'll have a new play-by-play voice for y'all. It'll be Wyatt Ashlock bringing you that broadcast. As I work for Bearden High School running their high school football broadcast, so I've already pre-made that commitment. Emily Lowe with the attack, and it is blocked back into the court by number 9, Bray Dittman, I believe number 4, Andrea Rowland. So you'll be in very capable hands of Wyatt Ashlock on Friday with the play-by-play voice. 22-15 Henderson. Henderson looking for a sweep. I believe. The last 10 years, just one of the, I believe this is going to be the 3rd or 4th sweep since 2010. Scalzi back to serve for Henderson. So Ouachita took number 27, A&M Kingsville, to 5 sets last week. Looks like they're not going to be able to do that this week. Lowe gets the kill there to make it a 6-point set once again, 22-16. Snyder out. Fielder back to serve. I believe Gallagher came in on that one. Fielder, the other senior captain. Little floater attack there. Fielder saves it. Too much. Point for the Tigers. 5-point set here, 22-17. Fielder back to serve once again. Low with the attack, a soft attack. They're going to call that a lift on number 4, Andrea Rowland. Point for the Tigers. Fielder back to serve once again. Fielder listed at 5'10". Leads the team in kills coming into tonight with 73 and 2.28 per set. Does have 4 aces on the season. It is a 4-point set now. Fielder gets the dig there. Over to Steinmeier. Kept alive. That attack goes off of Fielder. Couldn't bring it in. 23-18, 5-point set. Ouachita has to get 5 straight. Some miscommunication for substitutions as Robinson comes in for Rowland. 23-18. Henderson looking for the sweep. Like I mentioned, the next broadcast will be Friday for volleyball, and then Saturday we got a busy day for OSDN. 2 volleyball games that morning, and that's going to go out. Point for the Tigers. Back to a 4-point set, 23-19, 23-19. So they play. So they've got Mississippi College on Friday at 5:30 here. The attack, block. Riley Fielder puts it up over to Zara Thomas. And she'll get another kill. Zara Thomas has been fantastic so far. Really low, hitting 375 tonight. A fantastic job so far. So then this Saturday it's going to be 2 volleyball games, one at 9 o'clock in the morning against Auburn Montgomery, and then another one at noon against Mississippi College once again. And then also we have a football game against Arkansas Tech. And Zara Thomas with another little floater. Makes it 24-20. It is match point here for Henderson. So Ouachita's got to get 4 straight here to stay alive and hope for a set 4. Audrey Gallagher, the junior from Henrietta, Texas, back to serve it away. Match point here for Henderson State. Gallagher's serve, and that's going to be too much, and that's going to do it. So service error there for Gallagher will end that one. And they will win set number 3 to a score of 25-20. And that will do it. I said a tough first conference game for the Tigers. Said Henderson State gets that one. They improve to 8-2 overall and 1-0 in conference play. Ouachita will fall to 3-6 overall and 0-1 in conference. Like I said, next broadcast is also the next games for volleyball is Friday at 5:30 against Mississippi College. Also have a doubleheader on Saturday for volleyball against Auburn Montgomery and Mississippi College. So we'd like to thank our crew. Like I said, director Miles Scholes, graphics Katie Tosh, camera 1 Gabby Reed, camera 2 Chris Gay, camera 3 James Jolly, camera 4 Jack Peterson, and play-by-play was me, Matthew Branch. Once again, Henderson wins that one 3-0, gets the sweep, and Ouachita could not bring it in. Like I said, next broadcast up is Friday at 5:30, volleyball versus Mississippi College right here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you on Friday.